190 to 160 over Nina Flack. Up now, the legend Carolyn Dorin-Ballard. Here is Sandra to roll first. Leaves the 7.
I think the thing to watch for in this match, Rob, is to see if there is an intimidation factor. Does Sandra feel intimidated by the sheer presence of CDB?
Whiff in the first frame.
She owns 20 career pro titles representing the USA. CDB Carolyn Dorin-Ballard.
I don't want to harp on Carolyn's age because she already wants to knock me in the mouth half the time when I see her. But at 47, she admitted yesterday, well, it's official. I'm now more than 20 years older than most of my opponents. And she is still excelling at an extremely high level.
Yes! Come on.
And there's Exhibit A.
Well, lots of game there. And I wanted to see out of the gate if she could roll it hard enough to get her ball to tip and face the pocket. That first shot was perfect. I watched her a lot in practice. It looked like her ball was laboring just a little bit. Maybe it was an equipment change, but that ball sure revved up and drove through the pins the way she wanted it to.
Look at her trying to tighten the noose on Andersson here in the second frame. The youngster whiffs on the 7-pin for an open frame. And the opponent, Carolyn, steps up, drops all 10. Here she is to start the second.
Come on! I liked that one too.
That was really good. You know, it's funny you talk about how she's trying to tighten the noose on Sandra. Right now, the first 2 frames of any professional bowler's TV show, those first 2 frames, you're just trying to breathe. And I guarantee you, no matter how many times Carolyn's been on the air, no matter how many championships she's won, the first couple of shots, it's hyperventilation time.
Look at that look. Dialed in on the 10-pin and drops it. So the 20-year-old from Ängelholm, Sweden, steps up. Last time she was on the lane, she went left of the 7-pin into the gutter. She's been a member of Team Sweden for the last couple of years. Left the 7 on the left frame, or lane, and left the 10 on the right.
Missed the 7-pin in the first frame. Remember, in her first match against Nina Flack, she missed the 10-pin in the 5th frame. Single pin spares have been a little bit of an issue.
And again, an issue. She's got to pull back, breathe, relax, and get back into her game. Already down 22.
And already making a ball change. Well, she wasn't feeling any pressure to start this match. She's feeling a bunch now. Because not only is she bowling against one of the greatest women players of all time, but she hasn't made a spare yet.
0 for 2 on single pin spares here in the title match. Got it. Exhale. So CDB set for her effort in the 3rd. Here's a look at the 2012 World Bowling Tour schedule. Finland in early January, back to the States, twice in Nevada, Japan, Jersey, Kuwait, and France. And our congratulations to WTBA President Kevin Dornberger for putting together this wonderful event, continuing events, Texas, the Queens, Bahamas, Korea.
Hit it.
I'll tell you, look at all the places that the World Bowling Tour will be going to in 2012. Looks like a nice little vacation, man. There's some great spots.
I'm going to bowl in the Bahamas. I'm going to bowl that event. You know why?
Because it's in the Bahamas?
Exactly. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard has not missed the pocket yet, has 1 strike in the first, and then followed it up with a ringing 10 and a soft 10.
Strike, spare through 3 for CDB. Carolyn Dorin-Ballard, part of Team USA's historic victory in September in Hong Kong. The first time since 1987 they claimed the 5-player team gold medal at the 2011 World 10-Pin Bowling Association World Women's Championship. Shannon Puhowski, Stephanie Nation, Shannon O'Keefe, Liz Johnson, Kelly Kulick, and CDB, your 5-player women's team that took down Singapore 12-10 to 11-40 for the title. While CDB, a 2-time PWBA Bowler of the Year, looks to increase her 21-pin lead. Here's what's in the bag today for Carolyn Dorin-Ballard as we look at her arsenal. Defiant, Shooting Star, Frantic. Shooting Star is the one that she's been going with so far today. Back on the strike train.
Every ball in the pocket. She's kind of saws the rack a little bit there, throws a couple into the 7-pin, and now it's strike, spare, strike. Carolyn's clean through 4. Take a look at some of Sandra Andersson's mishaps early on. She whips the 7-pin in the first. This is the 10-pin in the second.
Sandra, come on, 10-pin. Why you got to be like that? Still without a strike.
And it's not like she can't hit the pocket. She's hit the pocket. It's the single pin misses that has dug her a 22-pin deficit thus far.
Well, spare play is how you win or lose at this level. And that's how she's losing right now. Bullied that one into the pit.
I mean, you got to think to yourself, it's got to be somewhat nervous energy that's creating that. I mean, you know, you start thinking a little bit different thoughts, and all of a sudden you get out of your element, and a little lapse in concentration is all it takes to miss one. We saw Mika miss one to lose the US Open. One of the greatest spare shooters, reigning player of the year. It happens. The question is why, and how do you prevent it?
If you knew that answer, you'd be a richer man right now.
Quite honestly, I have an idea. I mean, we saw Sean Rash miss the 10-pin that gave Mika basically that just handed the title to Mika in the first WBT show, right? We've seen Sean do that quite a bit. I do have.
What is it?
You got to stop thinking. Remember when Mika did the interview after the US Open, they interviewed him and they asked him what happened. And he said, quite honestly, I just started thinking the wrong way. I started thinking the wrong thoughts. Bottom line, he started thinking. A wise man once said, don't think, it'll only hurt the ball club.
Another wise man once said, if you think, you stink.
You just got to shut it off, man.
Yep.
Put it on autopilot.
Easier said than done. That's my golf game. My head is talking all day long on the course, and it sneaks in, and it obviously can do that here when the lights and the TV cameras are on.
These players practice hundreds of games a week to program their body to perform a certain way. And when you interrupt that by consciously thinking or thinking outside the box, that's when bad things happen.
That's why sports psychology is a growing business in this world.
Oh, I didn't tell you? I'm opening a practice.
Nice pick up there as CDB's